109.
109.
109 here.
109?
109.
Yes.
That's a good number.
Holy cow.
I think. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I think you might have been here for 9, Mr.
I think
was gonna
it's
say,
nine.
Brown.
All
We're in
right,
the top 10.
we gotta get you back at 209.
I know.
Yes.
I got.
Welcome
Yes.
back to the show, Tim Brown, a.k.a. T-Bone, and Chris Volpini, director of the Center of Music and Art in Wintersville, Ohio. It's sponsored for the month of August. We did been doing some slideshows in our mid-roll ads. I went up there and was completely blown away what you guys got going on, and I'm bringing you up next week. We're going to go up and do some footage and some different clips and stuff, and I could show off that. And I want to bring up Tim the Wild, our family member, because he is a social media influencer, snake expert. And I was telling you about that. You have what brand is that snakeskin guitar in the glass case?
Oh, that is a James Trussart.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, I'd send him a snap of that. I wanted to see if we can get Tim up there to check that out.
Yeah, let's.
I think we have a couple that have that pattern.
Oh, really?
Yes.
One's
like
on the pick guard and one's on the whole guitar,
Yes.
I believe.
I was blown away by just the amount of choice that you give musicians. Everything from the string wall to the guitars. There's so many brands that, like, growing up, for the first 30 years, you always hear like it's got to be Gibson or Fender, but then you go in and it's nice looking around and there's that sense of mystery. Like, I want to go in and check out the Reverend, like the hollow bodies and stuff like that. I just want to go out and like play them all and just discover new ones.
So for the strings, that was kind of when I took over the reins. That was the first thing I did, because I worked in the string industry for 6 or 7 years, and I kind of nerd out on them. The other thing, I just it's so easy. I just wanted to have a huge selection. I actually did like a 4-mile radius, and I was like, I want to have the best, or 4-hour drive radius.
Okay,
and
yeah.
I said, I want to have the best string selection in this area. And so we did it, and we're still adding. I just bought. I'm going to do another row on the slat wall as you walk in there. I just started that process today.
Because strings keep coming out with string companies keep coming out with the
Well, I mean,
latest
yeah,
and
I mean,
greatest.
that's the thing, is these string companies come out with stuff, they push it on social media, and people want to try them, and try them with us.
Yep.
For sure.
And then maybe you get the strings up there, and it's time to make a big purchase, and you give us a look. That's all we want, just a look.
A big purchase of a lot of moddable instruments. That's
something we believe wholeheartedly in, especially times like this. Gas is $4 a gallon again, and that's been a roller coaster ride for a while now. And so maybe it's like, maybe you don't want, you're not comfortable buying a new instrument right now, but maybe we can help you modify your current instrument.
Yeah.
So we've been pushing that. The big thing is the close necks that we get, the carbon fiber necks, and I have a bass that I did that with, and I love it. I'm going to do another one. I was just talking with Tim about it today, my plans for that. And we love working with close. We just did an event that was a resounding success. Not really. But we're not going to pretend like it was, but it was what it was, man. But the
great thing about that event was the winner was a lefty, and close is so moddable that he could just flip that fretboard right around.
I mean, he had it figured out before he walked out the door, because when he after his triumph, I was like, I don't know how to tell you this, but this thing's a righty. And he basically laid out exactly what he was going to do, and God bless him,
Yeah.
And what's funny is he was one of my teachers. I took lessons at Moore's Music Emporium right up the road.
Yeah.
And it was Eric Stadler for a long time, and then it was Brian Vickers, our winner. And I think the world of Brian. He's a fantastic player.
I reached out to him for an interview because he was telling a story of a BB King, and you gave me a look like, there's the guy that you need to get in here and talk to.
He's one of the most, and You hear me and umming and stuttering and stuff. He's such a good talker.
Yeah.
And he's so interesting, and he knows so much about so many things that I think I have a very high opinion of Brian Vickers.
And he's been to Japan.
Oh, has he?
I've been
yeah.
to Okinawa, baby.
Yeah.
I've been around.
See, I know.
I was there.
I was there for like a month.
It's,
Yeah, it was about 10 days.
What's crazy is his family are all artists.
Yeah.
And I talked to his wife and his son, and his wife's getting into seamstressing. She's making custom bags. And I've been like, this, I've been secretly developing this tabletop game coming out around Christmas. I had to develop all these
Homes of
models.
Dunshire.
No, not that. But his son develops 3D models, so I go home and I'm like, you're not going to. I told my wife, I'm like, you're not going to believe the combo of family I found: a musician, a seamstress, and a 3D model.
And I actually remember when his wife was his girlfriend and stuff, and I remember meeting her back in the day. Like they're phenomenal people. They really are. And Brian is just such a like. He really like he's such a smart dude, and he just knows so much about so many things that I think he would be a very interesting, much more than myself.
Man, he got
very
up,
interesting.
he got
guy.
up there and started playing the pieces that he prepared, and I was thinking, man, if there's any idea that I should have signed up for this thing, it just was all gone when he went up there and started. It was insane.
Well, whenever we do those events, we all pick a horse, and when he signed up, I was like, I don't know these other people, but I know him, and he was my horse from the start. And I was right. He won.
Yeah.
Now I know that we're all musicians, but I have to tip my hat to your art department too, because that is a whole half of a store that. Like we're always preaching about music and all about instruments that might get thrown, under the rug a little bit. But I mean, you guys have a huge classroom.
Yep.
Regular class. I mean, two classrooms, right?
Well, I mean, the auditorium doubles as a classroom. We have We have a bunch of lesson rooms.
Yeah.
We have a classroom just for art, and then we have a classroom that is just for events. We do field trips. We have drama camp in the summer, and we're looking at doing something more. We haven't had the meeting yet, but I'm planning to pitch that we look into having acting classes as a constant. Cool. So, there's a lot of variables there. Can we find somebody to teach it and then all that? But it's something I want to. We're the center of music and art. Yeah. Acting is an art. I want to have videography courses. I want to, we're really going to expand our educational offerings and really get back into working with the local schools for field trips. And, we already do the band rental programs, and we try to be as accommodating on that as possible with our rates and everything. And we just want to provide an option for everybody. And hopefully, we it's like you and I have talked at length about this. It's like, yes, we are a business. Yes, we have to make money, but we want to do it in a way that uplifts the art community. Yeah. I feel this area has a ton of talent, and this is what made you guys appeal to me, is shared goals. This area has a lot of talent, and it's underserved. Yeah. There's certain gatekeepers that really
we've been bitching about for 2 decades, maybe longer, maybe.
I love everybody. There's we have a problem in this area with gatekeepers, and we have a problem with just underserving people and just looking to get something out of them. And it's like that's part of it. It is. We are a business. Capitalism. We have to make money. But that's not the only part of it for us. Right. We want to do it in a way that uplifts the local community. And that starts with our ownership. Carolyn and Jody I've never seen people in their position that are that generous and do that much. They do so much that they don't talk about, and then every once in a while, Karen will just say something off the side, like, "Oh my God, you do that too!" And I think that's important. I think it's important to call that stuff out when you have a good owner like that, that they are trying to uplift the community, and they let me do my part to do that. They enable me to do that. I can't do anything without their approval. Ain't my building, right? I just want to plug them a little bit because they are incredibly generous, and they do a lot of things up in that Steubenville area.
She came up to me at that event like I was part of the team, like just from meeting her for 5 minutes. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's funny because like I keep like plugging this stuff at the store, but I keep thinking, oh, it's the tip of the iceberg because we mentioned the art department. What I really want to hit, also one of my checklists for this episode is we got the music, we got the art, but I wanted to ask you more about your EP packages that you guys provide, and like you basically have a venue.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's like you're talking about, supplementing the people, the artists of this area. It's so big in today's market to have a place like what you guys have in a system with EPK to get that content out.
Yeah, and I think another important thing about us is all of our staff are active in their fields. We're all like the musicians we're all active gigging musicians. I tour with Aristotle Jones.
Yeah.
Tim plays everywhere.
With everybody.
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 It would be much quicker to name the bands he's not been a part of. Just aggravating how good you are at every instrument.
And you have Jonathan. Jonathan's in the tribute band.
Yes,
Great
Jonathan
White
is
Snake,
active. Jonathan, and that's the thing is we bring that perspective because I'm an original act. He's a cover band guy. Johnny's a tribute act guy. Royce is an original guy that does cover band stuff as well. Garrett is our evangelical Christian artist.
Oh, okay.
So we really have something for every type of musician, and a lot of times it's just us talking with customers and giving advice and based on our experience, and maybe they don't buy anything, but man, that's fine.
You make those connections.
Much prefer they do,
sure.
but
right.
But that's fine. Like sometimes, like we had a customer come in the other day, and with all the construction and stuff going on, I was kind of frazzled, and he came in and he talked to Tim about something. He's looking for a saddle for an acoustic guitar or something. And then he went in our room and he's asking me about different acoustics, and he just started playing one, and I was like, and it was just like a GCD, and I was like, I'll just grab this upright and start walking along, and I was like, okay, I'm back. Like I was a little frazzled, and I was like, all right, I'm back. Like I like working in a music store again, Like,
right.
But it's stuff like that. We had a guy recently come in. He was visiting his family. He's from Hawaii. And he was looking at ukuleles, and ends up this dude was like a monster ukulele player.
Really?
And he's probably in his 80s or something. And he, I just grabbed the upright again, and I was just like trying to keep up, and had a conversation with him. I was like, man, what a great job this is, considering like my all careers past and everything. It's just like it just made me feel lucky to be there, and like I said, like that sort of thing starts at the top. And I really think our owners are part of what makes us us. And so it's, I got to do right by them. I got to make them money. But to your point on the EPK, just another thing, like who's offering this right now?
Right.
And if you look at our prices, we're giving you a lot for it because we have the auditorium. We're able to, it's a tiered pricing system. I'm not going to, it's all on the website. I'm not going to go into it on here, but I mean, for roughly $750, we're offering you an acoustic video, a full band video, an EPK, which is essentially, I learned that not everybody knows what an EPK is, electronic press kit. It is essentially a resume for your band to.
It's your pitch, basically. That's Garrett is also an excellent graphic designer. He does all of our stuff, and he can do a logo for you. Yeah.
I used to write product descriptions and biographies professionally on the side when I was in the military. It was a little side hustle I had, and I can offer you. I can offer you a bio. We have these like our staff is such a resource because of all these soft skills. And how do we turn this into something that we can offer? And so $750, you're getting 2 pro videos and a EPK, and it's again, like we're making money on it. We're fine. And I challenge you to find somewhere where you're going to get the 2 professional grade videos for $750.
Oh, with that setting and that setup. I mean, if you're
that's why we're able to do it, because we have it all right there.
Yeah.
That's how we're able to do it. And so it's just something that we we really want to promote and offer this to local musicians, and not even just around not even just around the Ohio Valley, but also up in Pittsburgh. We're 20 minutes from Robinson. And so we would love to have Pittsburgh artists come down and check out the store and everything. This philosophy kind of goes into everything. The products we carry, you mentioned. Yeah, I mean, what I do right now is if it has to be a Fender or a Gibson, it depends. I ask them where they live. If they live closer to this area, I go to CA House, man. They got a great selection. Yeah. Great. Roger Horde, I think, has a hand in every local musician's.
He's Ollivander from Harry Potter.
I mean, he was a huge hit. Yeah. Roger Horde and Ed Moore were huge, huge fixtures in my growth as a musician. Just putting up with me being in their store and not buying anything for so long, like they deserve a medal for that, because I was, as annoying as I am now, you should have seen me back then. So I mean, and that's the thing, is like we just want to help the scene. Yes, business, yes, money, but we also want to help as much as we can while still making enough money to stay open. And then it goes in with Tim. I mean, how many times have you brought a guitar to Tim and he didn't charge you what he should have?
Take it to Tim.
Yeah. And I've watched him do really nice things for people just because he's a nice guy. And that's one thing I will say, is we have the best repair people. Dave Smith is he repairs band instruments for us. I mean, people come from people that like grew up here, left, they drive back to have Dave work on their horns. Yeah. And it's not because he sucks. It's because he's the best at it.
Right.
And
be a hell of a commute for somebody that sucks.
Well, some people like to complain, man.
No,
some people like to complain, man. Right. I'm one. So it's that's something I like. I will say I believe we have some of the best repair people in this area. Yeah. And I've, between touring and military and all this stuff, I've been to a bunch of different places. I had a bunch of people work on my stuff. I've had people that I've been happy with, but it's never the same. He's there, and I've never, like, he cares, and he also cares about, like, giving people a good deal. Like, he talks with them, he explains what he did and why he did it. So that's something to be commended. So it's that's my sales pitch for the repair services.
Well, it's with me, it's been like that. I mean, I'm going on almost 20 years now, and it's just, I want to be treated. I want to treat them like I want to be treated.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes some people need breaks. Some people, I've done this work, but it needs more done, and they don't realize that when they bring it. So then maybe I don't charge them for whatever I did, but I suggest that, saying, listen, you're probably going to have this done, so I'm not going to charge you this. So you may have to have, other things done, and I know it's going to cost more money.
Yeah.
So but you do what you can.
Sometimes we feel like the Grim Reaper, because they'll bring it in for a restring, and you're looking at them like, you need more than that, buddy.
Yeah.
Especially there's been an epidemic with acoustics lately, with
a lot of
bridge pull and
issues.
belly bulge, and
what is it?
A lot of humidity issues.
Oh, I was going to say, the last time you were on here, I said, what's the biggest issue? And you're like, we're getting into winter right now, and it's just like, it's storage. It's always storage.
Yeah, it's terrible. I mean,
I always like to tell that story of the guy that had the acoustic bass, and he's like, don't worry, guys, I have the silica gels in the case. We're like, no! That's for shipping the case, man.
Throwing them out.
That's not how that works. That's not how any of this works.
He was so proud of that, and I was like, oh no.
Well, why would they put it in there? It's supposed to, like,
that's for shipping the case. But really that's what it is just trying to help where we can while still maintaining the business.
What's your best advice for that humidity, Tim? I think you mentioned last time. Is it like avoiding exterior walls in your house? Do you keep it in a case? Do you keep it on the wall?
Well, I mean, I usually ask him if there's more than one level in the house. Yeah. So don't keep it upstairs. Whatever you do, don't do that. Don't keep it near air conditioning. You know, if you have a basement that's finished, and more than likely they got a dehumidifier down there, keep it away from that. It's probably not a bad idea, but keep it down there, but keep it away from the dehumidifier.
Hygrometer.
Yeah.
Buy a hygrometer.
Right. So you keep an eye on or if you have a small room and you can put a humidifier in there that'll shut off and turn on as it's needed, that's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I always tell it, like, just get on Amazon, you get a hygrometer for nothing, and you know, between 40 and 50 is what you really want. Really between 45 and 55, but like 40, if it's 40, that I'm always like, it's close enough, it's fine. But and I don't think I have humidity issues on my stuff usually.
No.
I'm kind of crazy.
No, you have bridge issues every time. That's
it's just because of my OCD. Like, I'm insane.
I like to keep
about...
mine right next to close proximity to my cigars, so I'm always checking it.
Well, the
There you go.
humidipack, that's all that is really. It's the thing you put in. It's those little pouches you put in a humidor. It's the same thing. They just applied it to guitars, but it's also this it's also the same price. So the D'Addario humidipack, that's I feel like that's a pretty solid choice. That's all it is a cigar. It's a cigar humidor.
That's it.
Thing.
I know I'm excited to get back up there because that's my hometown. Yeah. Born and raised Wintersville, and I remember when it was the IGA grocery store. That's
Really?
Yeah, it was a grocery store for
Tim's
my
old area
entire...
was an elevator that they used for like the meat and stuff.
Yeah, I called it the shaft because I literally got the shaft.
I thought it was for another reason.
Wow.
That's how he got promotions. No, it was, but like when they first opened, like being a bass player, like I go in there, they had like 2 choices of strings and like 2 basses on the wall, and I'm like, it was.
Now we got 4 basses on the wall.
But no, and when Jake come down, and he was like, "Man, you got to see this place," and I was just, and again, it's probably been, I don't know, probably 15 years since I've been in there. So I'm excited to go back up and see, because like you said, it was just, it had one little section. It had like handful of guitars, 2 or 3 basses. There might've been 1 banjo.
I bet the carpet's not the same now.
I hope I was going to surprise me.
And like I said, string wall was just, it was naturally, it was all geared toward guitar, and it was just, so it was kind of frustrating, and I'd end up going up to Robinson and getting everything that I needed up there, just because
that was one thing I didn't realize, how close Pittsburgh was.
20-minute drive.
When I got up there,
20-minute
I was
drive.
like, wow.
Yeah, and now we have a full bass section. We're carrying Reverend is obviously our flagship brand.
Oh, okay.
I got Reverend in that shop before I was an employee.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I talked to the guy that had my job and I said, this is a good company to do, and I just told him why I liked him, and I'm a Reverend artist, and I'm happy to be a Reverend artist, and that's the thing is we're trying to push companies. It's a lot. It's very prevalent right now. These companies that have gone private equity, your Fenders, your Gibsons, and stuff, and the stuff that they're doing, these PR nightmares that they're creating for themselves. And that, I have nothing against Fender or Gibson. They make great. I mean, their history speaks for itself. And I have a 72 precision bass. I've played an infinite amount of Fenders, and most of them have been pretty okay. I have nothing against the instruments and nothing, but I do think there are companies that give you more for the same amount of money, and Reverend is one of them. The basses, hip shot tuners on all of them.
Really?
Yep, Godot bridge on all of them. And they use proprietary pickups, but they call it a split brick. It's a Music Man, but the poles are arranged in a precision. It's one of my favorite precision pickups out there. Yeah. And it's the guitars, locking tuners on all of them.
Yeah,
and the bass contour
nice.
knob, which is such a cool thing that is unique to them. You use it in conjunction with the tone knob, and you get all this tonal variation. These new pickups they're doing, it's just, they're a company of musicians, and and that's the thing, is shared goals. Like they're all of them are touring musicians, to include the owner, Ken Haas.
Yeah.
And so when you call them, like, it's not uncommon for them to answer. They answer the phone. They don't. You don't have to go through their web form and
Yeah.
call a hotline and be on hold for a half hour. Like it's just like calling your buddy, and that's an important experience. And the other thing that I always make sure I try to mention about Reverend, when all these other companies were like doubling their prices because of the 8% inflation, Reverend's prices went up 8%. And that is that's the thing, is they're not greedy. They will sell you any part on that guitar. You go on their website, they kind of run it like an old car, like an old Napa catalog. Like you go on
cool,
there, everything's got a part number. You can just order
cool.
it. It's reasonably priced.
How's it for moddable? Pretty good, like to repair mod and stuff.
Yeah.
Some of them, yeah. I mean, they use standard pickup dimensions. Most of the basses use Music Man route or Precision Jazz routes. The only thing is the neck is not, you can't really replace the neck. But
the bodies are all Carina. The necks are Carina. They're using
not
ebony
all, not
board.
all.
Yeah.
Maple, but
some maple.
Yeah.
But the fingerboards are maple, or there are some
Rosewood,
ebony and
ebony,
rosewood,
yeah.
and they're just super nice built.
Yeah, because the last bass I bought was a Music Man. I love it,
yeah,
but
Great
now
company.
I might have to,
He's an impulse buyer. I'm gonna get him up there next week.
I might have.
I'll show you some stuff, man.
This is where we put the disclaimer in to my wife. No, I'm not buying a new guitar.
No,
But
I'm not buying a guitar.
I might trade one, but I'm not going to buy a new one.
She ain't gonna divorce you over it, though. I mean, you just get yelled at a little bit.
Oh no, she's not going to divorce me over it.
She'll
No,
make you regret it for a while. But
She might beat the shit out of me for it.
Bruises heel, man.
I'm just kidding. I'm not an.
my wife-
I'm not an. I'm not an abused husband.
I am.
my mom.
If my wife has taught me anything, it's that bruises heel.
Yeah.
And don't talk about it.
Oh, what I wanted to mention too is how you're getting this guy on camera.
Yep.
Because you're creating a world online too, not just
Yep.
in the store. Because you're doing like not just ear talks too. You're doing artist interviews, and that's so huge when you're talking about bringing artists into Pittsburgh to like check out the place, like providing them supplementary stuff like that. That is invaluable.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We do have an option to apply. We call it the centered sessions.
Okay.
We do have an option to apply, but we usually reach out to the artists we want to bring in. But we don't know everybody, so we do have the option to apply on our website.
So you guys did Thrica pretty recently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great guys.
Very.
I'm so sorry. His name is escaping me.
Which one for?
It's Retro Shack.
Oh yeah, Nathan.
He
Yeah,
brings
Kettner.
his,
Nate. Yep.
he's
Yeah.
bringing his food truck every so often, and just great relationship with him. We of course asked him to do it.
I've already told him if he brings his food truck, I said, bring your guitars too. I'll work on them while you're here.
Tim actually takes payment in macaroni and cheese.
Yeah,
from
I mean,
they're not on food. They can just get it out of their pocket and hand it
Yeah.
to you.
Now, how's the Village? I mean, do you guys have a good relationship with them? Like, I know they have, what is it, the first Wednesdays or something that they're trying to do.
Yeah.
How's the Village?
We're looking at getting involved in that thing. The problem is with that is we're not a convenient walk from there, and we're so close, but we're not at the same time. And I'm trying to get us involved with that, but I just don't know how to make it enticing for the people to walk down that main drag
we need
to
to get
to
people
us.
shuttled in.
Okay, we just
There we go.
wave
Well,
the
I
wand.
mean, not so much getting them to the store, but like I don't know, maybe I guess I was wondering if you guys have like any collaboration with like
So-
the artists, like some of the musicians. I don't know if, and again, I'm spitballing here because I haven't been there in forever. But if they have music there, is it something that maybe they collaborate with you guys, saying, "Hey, if we could have you guys there doing sound or whatever, and kind of help out and get you there and them there and musicians, because they might be able to get some better." And I'm not bashing anybody that played there, but I mean, if you get somebody and they know that they have a sound system or we're going to get a stage, you might get a better artist to come do those things in that area. And I'm saying that because again, my hometown, it's near and dear to my heart. I would love to see them thrive, but it's just, I mean, honestly, and it's
Well,
just,
I think
unless
that-
it's football season.
I
You know
think
what I mean?
that-
You don't see a lot going on in Wintersville, and that's the way it used to be. And
I think that they do a really good job down at the fort with those Thursday night concerts. We've been lucky enough. Aristotle, we've played there the last 2 years. We just did like a couple weeks ago, and this goes back to the ownership. They're very involved with the community. They give to a lot of charities.
Right.
They are very involved with the fort. And so, there is a very good relation. They're very involved with Franciscan, or they were at some point. And there's a very good relationship with the community. I don't know. We were just up for some award. I'm going to butcher it. I don't want to even.
Yeah, I don't.
I probably
Well,
should
I
have
mean,
started this because I can't finish it.
I mean, I
You're,
just,
you're not going to
guess
have me try to figure it out.
I was hoping to see that maybe Wintersville itself would try and promote more. I mean, again, like I said, I know your owners, and they're phenomenal people. My dad's known them for years.
Yeah.
And but like you said, you have the fort and everything in Steubenville, and Wintersville is just kind of like, oh yeah, we're just kind of we're here. We don't do anything, and we expect everybody to want to move here.
Well,
and do
we're
all this
working
stuff.
on that because we have the auditorium. We have to figure out a way to do it with respect to the business. We've tried a couple of things, but that's the thing is the problem with Wintersville and this whole area really is historically underserved in this department. So people have adapted. They do other stuff. So now we got to convince them to get into live music.
Right.
And we're trying, and varying success, and but we're going to keep trying. Can't guarantee results. We can only guarantee effort.
Right.
So it's we are working on it. We have a huge asset in our auditorium, and we're looking at how can we make this, like, that's the overall goal here. Is we want to be the watering hole for the local musicians.
Right.
And the local artists, and the local, and the local drama, actors and stuff. We're really pushing we're really expanding on our educational offerings, and I'm expanding on the guitars because that's what I know. That's my area of expertise, and just trying to, we do everything we can to accommodate the people that walk through the door. Right now, we're just focused on getting more people to walk through the door.
Yeah.
That's why this partnership's happening, and like I said, we're really looking to go with companies down to the brands that we carry, and the people that we associate with, the other organizations and stuff, is shared goals, and that the shared goals are, we have to make money, but we don't want to just be takers from the local artists. And I think that historically, that's been kind of the norm. So we have to earn that trust, and we do everything we can for that. It's just, we're still a business, but we do everything we can to earn the trust of the local artists and to try to accommodate their needs, their situations. That's the string wall. Like, we have a lot of weird instrument strings that do they sell well? No, but I'm hoping that they've gone to other places, and
You don't know who's coming in from Pittsburgh for
and Guitar Center string selection isn't great. And that's the thing, is it's such a easy thing for a business to do. We've been pushing effects pedals. We've been working on that. I'm still expanding that department, and that's been a big thing. There's been a huge response to that. And that's I won't carry anything I can't recommend. So, and I try to hit all price points, because everybody's got a different budget.
Right.
I want to be respectful of that, and I want to say, maybe we have some companies that you maybe heard of, never really experienced, but we, based on our experiences, and that's the staff is a huge asset with that. We think these companies are giving you more for your money. And these are the kind of companies like Reverend, for example, that when everybody else is doubling their prices and all this stuff, they're tailing right along with the inflation marks. That's the kind of company that deserves to be promoted. So we're going to do everything we can to promote them. And I do it with my music career and with my store career. and they sell. People like them. So it works out for everybody. We try to find the situation where everybody wins.
Yeah.
You're getting a good instrument for a good price. I mean, they're not cheap, but they're not overly expensive.
Right.
And I just that's really the goal.
And I will say this, like, I feel like you guys are becoming that watering hole, because I think like a lot of people visited real early on, because everybody, since we started working together, everybody I sent down, they would be like, we can't believe this, because the first time when they first opened, it was nothing but some Yamahas.
Yeah.
But now they said, we walk down, we're
We
seeing.
still have a lot of Yamaha.
Yeah, still have a lot of- but yeah, they're like, we're walking down, we're
Great
seeing
company.
all these brands that we just need, like, we want to like delve into and just
Yeah.
check out. Like I was telling you, there's so many good lead guitarists in the Ohio Valley. I was seeing that Reverend Hall about him. Like, I just might switch from Angus to Malcolm and just back up everybody. I'm starting to now realize like a lot of chainsaws really catch up to you by the time you're 35 and like playing guitar when you start getting the shake. So yeah, that Hall body's like, man, I could just be doing some backup work right now.
I mean, so Royce is like a shreddy lead guitar player, and since I've known him, he has been a semi-hollow guy.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and there's just something like when I met him, he still has it. He has this 335, and I was like, man, I don't know why. It's just every band that I've played in, when there's a 335, I just love the way it sounds. And so that was the first, because I'm a guitar nerd, and so I was like, oh, cool, he's playing a 335, and he's like really good, and like so I played with Royce for years in the band Royce, and and I still play with him. He does some shows with Aristotle, and he's a phenomenal musician. He's a phenomenal person. Garrett. I mean, my God, he has so much talent in so many different areas.
Killer voice.
His singing is incredible.
Really?
Yes.
Really? I'll have to make
He doesn't push it a lot. He's got a little, but he phenomenal voice, and so just there's so much punch, like so much power behind it. Great guitar player in his own right, and and Royce is one of the best frontmen I've ever been behind. Bass player, ain't nobody coming to see me play by myself. I got to link up with people.
I hear that. I hear that.
And I don't do anything remarkable anyway, so it's like, he's one of the best band leaders I ever played behind. And that's the thing, is I've watched him give advice to we get these people coming in that have a lot of potential, and I've watched him give them advice, and he's very great with the customers. He's one of those magnetic people, and Garrett too, and Bill. I mean, our drum instructor, and he's also our educational director. He works with all. I don't know how many schools he works with, but it's a lot, and I mean, he's another guy. Like, how many great musicians has he helped make? And we have these two younger musicians that come in, Cooper Crow and Evan Kahn, that just, it's an honor to help.
Yeah.
And there's a tie with Cooper Crow with Doug and everything.
Fast tie too. That grew real fast.
Yeah.
And
shout out Cooper and Doug.
it's just it's awesome.
Yeah.
It really is. It's my prior career in the military and all that. Like, it's nice to have kind of like another mission or whatever.
Right.
God, that's so cheesy. God, strike that. That was. I'm gonna throw up in my mouth.
I wasn't gonna bust your balls about that.
I'll beat you to that every time. But it's nice to have another like cause.
Yeah.
So
that you're a nerd at too. That
total dork. But we have the capability of actually helping.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's just a matter of doing it.
And especially like education and the goal of becoming that watering hole, because we talked about 40 band. There's so little opportunities for younger bands to get together that like are outside
Send
of
them
theirs.
our way.
Yes. Yeah. Get into that circle.
We'll do what we can do to help.
And you said, being a bass player, you feel like you're kind of like the orphan. You're like, oh, guitar player, and you're like, I'm a bass player. And they're like, yeah, okay.
You know what?
Guitar player.
You know what though? It fits my personality
I'm-
perfectly because I don't want to be the center of attention ever. This is killing me, by the way. But it's
You can't tell.
no,
Honest to God.
I got really good at acting. Inside, just panic.
Drama classes will start any time. No, I'm kidding. No.
Not with me. But it's I love the role of the bass. I love just I always say I'm a singer. I'm a singer's bass player. You're not going to hear me doing the woot and I'm not going to wow you with my chops. I don't have them. But what I'm good at is writing a good bass line for a singer.
What I thought was great, as long as we've known each other,
Yeah.
we had never played together
No.
Oh, really?
up until like a month and a half ago.
Was it Center Market? Was that the first time?
Yeah, that was it Wingfest?
Well,
Or was it before
that's
that?
what Center Market was.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think if there was something before.
No, I think that was the first one, and then we played.
Yeah, the stuff for the store.
but that don't count.
Yeah, for 30 seconds.
Don't count.
No,
But no, I mean, and you know, Tim has been. I talk about these other people being fixtures of me. Tim was a fixture of me. Tim's old.
we talked about this because his mom drove him to the store to have me work on his bass.
Really?
Yep. I way before I had a driver's license. 'Cause I
Yeah,
started
I
playing
know.
in like
You
seventh
had to
grade.
say way before. You just had to
Well,
throw that in there.
That was a jab at me, of course.
Yeah,
but,
that's
you know.
because
I was going to say, my
But
mom.
I own it.
My
so.
mom brought me and two of my brothers. We were waddling in
yeah.
to see a house for lessons. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah, I
old.
think. Well, I think Tim and I are probably about the same age. So you're
Yeah.
kind of like when you say way, you're like. It hit.
I feel my lumbago kicking in.
Man,
No,
if you
I'm
want to talk
My
about
favorite thing is when Tim's like, "Oh, I forgot this." I'm like, your age, man."
Like, especially when I asked him, when did you get in the Air Force? And he told me, I'm like, I retired with a full career of like just 4 years after you come in.
Oh, you did 20?
I was like, yeah.
You did the 20?
I did.
Okay.
21.
Wow.
But
So-
yeah, when you said you come in, and I'm like, that was only 4 years before I retired.
Yeah. I was 2011, March 1st, 2011 to February 28th, 2022.
Yeah, it's just like,
Why'd I
okay.
do 11 years? Because I didn't want to do 12. Now, were you active the whole time?
I was AGR.
So I
Yeah.
was for the last 3 years.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I went in. I honestly, we'll get off topic real quick. I honestly went in because after I got done with college, I didn't want to get a job.
Yeah.
And a friend of my dad's was like, "Hey, here's the Air Guard, and they want to do. They'll give you $30,000 in student loan repayment and signing bonus." And I'm like, and I was already a paramedic. I'm like, oh, I can do this. I can do 1 week in a month for 4 years.
I didn't do
21
well.
years later.
Yeah, and I got in because college didn't go so good the first time.
Yeah.
But the sequel went fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I promised I wouldn't cuss. I was
please
a screw up.
don't.
I was a screw up back then, but it's the military helped me not be a screw up anymore. So,
Yeah.
but at least in that realm. Preaching to the choir, man. But
I think, is this the first time we had two Air Force guys on?
It is.
Man, it's always been like Silk Army, and then
Yeah.
he's always brought Army guys on. I think this is the first time we've actually
Yeah.
had like an Air Force guest.
Nope. Look,
a medic and a flyer.
we finally got the IQ attention down.
Oh, I didn't say that. Nope. I'll tell you this.
Well, wait a minute. I say that and I joke and I love Silk to death. I mean, he could call me tomorrow and say, "Hey, I need your help," and I'm there.
Yeah.
But as long as he says LeBron's better than MJ, then yeah, no, I'm gonna box him out on that. So that's
I agree.
I love you, Silk. I really do. But
No, I mean, my Afghanistan deployment, I flew on a plane and that's no longer in service now. But I worked with multiple countries, like every branch and everything, and we all got our share of morons. We all got our share.
1,000%.
And we all got our and they all have their share of geniuses.
I feel like this is another podcast.
It is.
I mean, like,
Yeah,
We
well,
have
that's
to
the
talk
thing
about
is
hired guns.
yeah,
at the
we
same
kind of went
time.
off on that tangent, but he's
We're-
absolutely.
We're allowed. You're not.
And the only thing is,
I know.
and what's
I
funny
don't wanna
is
be.
what's funny
Like-
is we all bust each other's stones, but if we're in a place and like we're all together and say one of our buddies is a Marine and somebody busts on him, we're gonna be like, back the fuck up.
Yeah.
We're the only ones allowed to feed him crayons, so shut up and color. But he's ours. So
You know, like I said, it always, you know, yeah, that's just a thing.
It is,
You
yeah.
make fun of the. You're in this club, you make fun of that club.
Yeah.
and we
It's-
get chair
musicians do
force
it.
all the time. No matter what job you
I
did,
was going to say it happens.
you get chair force and this and that.
it happens
they're-
at the store all
Here's
the
the
time.
thing: they're not wrong. They're not wrong. They are definitely not wrong. I remember because I was in when they did the new uniform, and they're like, "Oh, they're going to put like pencils and pens on your camouflage so they can't see you at the desk." But I was operational, so
Yeah, I was too. So it's
But
anyway.
they're not wrong. But
Before we hit our upper episode limit, let's get some dates with Aristotle, with some Sure Shot. What do you guys got coming up next? This will come out Tuesday, this next coming Tuesday. So what do you got?
Coming Tuesday. Gosh.
So
what
this
do I
weekend
got?
is-
I'm trying to think of all the ones I sub in for.
I know.
Um,
I was gonna say, how many times we saw each other on stage? Be like, are we playing together tonight?
we never knew. It's
I
like,
never knew. I
yeah,
just remember.
my shows around here are done for the year unless something
Okay.
gets booked in the meantime.
Well, you guys have that album coming out, right? You guys are working on with
Yeah,
Aristotle.
September, we just did the announcement today, September 22nd. So everybody buy 20 of them. But no, I mean, I have shows, but they're all. I mean, I'm it's a place called Sister Moon Farms this weekend. But you know, we're kind of. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we don't have anything booked here for the rest of the year. Our last one was that Weirton date. But you know, who knows? Waterfront. You know, we play Waterfront Hall on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Who knows if they want us? You know.
Shout out to Waterfront Hall and the people behind the Blues Fest. I heard that was
right.
pretty, yeah.
It was a huge success.
Yeah, you see, you're wearing your company caravan shirt.
I am,
they
yeah.
closed
Oh,
out
I
last
noticed.
Sunday, yeah.
I just messaged
Man,
Peyton
Ezra's
back and forth. I felt like an idiot because
I saw a video of Ezra's
Yeah.
set. Man,
Dude, that band is so good.
I've been
That
I've
band is
been
so
such
good.
I mean, again, like runs in the blood. Travis Horde, whatever instrument you got, he's the best at it. And that team, that band that he built, I know his bass player, and he's a phenom. Just so good. Like everybody in that band, and I've been such a fan of Ezra's music since like the
Oh, yeah.
open air museum.
They
days
compliment
and-
his original so good.
Oh man, I was so like I love the Relatives like and this new stuff. I mean, I just saw the video of their set. I haven't heard the album or anything, but it's I mean, Ezra's just such a he's so good, man.
we were talking about
And he's such
the
a good
Billboard.
guy. Like it's such a like every
Yeah.
deal whenever I've dealt with him, he's always
Yeah.
been super good to me. You know, I can't say enough good about him.
We were talking about the Billboard. Ezra sends me a message on Facebook, and it's him driving, and he drives where you could see the billboard, and he's videotaping as he's singing cover of the Rolling Stone. I'm like, I was like, that's great.
My favorite Ezra story. So
Oh.
I was playing with this singer up in Pittsburgh who won't be named, and it was going bad. And he got the idea in his head that we were going to start live streaming rehearsals. And I said, "You really want everybody to see us suck? We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it." And we had this fill-in drummer, and I at the end of the day, I'm going to fall in, but I was not happy about it. And so we're live streaming this rehearsal, and the drummers. It was a struggle, and I had my phone on a music stand, and I just see Facebook message, and I open it, and it's Ezra, and it's get rid of that effing drummer. And I just looked at the camera and I said, "I'm trying, Ezra," and then I got another text, ha 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 ha.
Oh man.
And like so funny, dude. He like Ezra's a cool dude. I like Ezra a lot. In his set at Blues Fest, I mean, I just saw a low quality video, but it was great.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah,
It was great. And Aristotle knows him. I hope, Ezra really wasn't active for a minute there, and I hope that we get to do some stuff with them.
Yeah, I told him about going up there too, because we've been working together as far as like content management. He came in here with that band, and
Yeah.
they did like a 5-song, like little, not like a
I didn't see that. I'm gonna have to find that.
He's doing. It's not a full length video. We did a 5-song performance, 4 clips, just to be able to just roll out, push, and redistribute his stuff.
that one flew under my radar. But
I'll send you. I'll send you some
send it to
videos.
me.
But man, that Jeremy, his guitar player's in here with a PRS, just ripping it. I couldn't believe it.
his voice is just
Yeah.
he needs to be on a tour bus.
I asked for dates. We just started plugging Ezra.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really have anything in the
Right,
area to
right.
plug.
Yeah.
What you got, Tim? Like,
Oh, I don't have anything.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
wants to know where I'm at.
you're not that busy. You're
No,
not that
I'm
busy of
not.
a musician. That's right.
No, last weekend it was Thursday night. I drove to Kent, Ohio, and played with Punching Oswald.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Jimmy and the boys, and played bass for them. And then Friday I played with my band Sure Shot in Woodsfield. And then Saturday I was down in Belair playing the Sons of Italy. I played with Poor
Said
Man's
it wrong.
Heaven. What?
It's Blair's one syllable.
Blair.
There you go.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But I played with Poor Man's Heaven, played bass for them. So that was my 3-shot weekend there, and then I slept the rest of the time because I was old and I can't move around.
Yeah, dude.
I knew
That's what you're like. You had to get.
I had to go there before he did.
Well, you had to go to sleep because you had a doctor's appointment the next day, and
Well, yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
AARP.
You guys could get
Hey,
down. Miss-
AARP gives great discounts.
I bet they do.
I mean,
Yeah.
Well, when you're at your age and on a fixed income, you need them.
oh,
Oh man!
all right.
One of my favorite things in
Don't
the world
talk
is
to me
just,
about the fixed income.
One of my favorite things to do is just get Tim to say awful things to Tim and get that right there. He just did
That
it.
look.
He brings you on for emotional support. And
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he tells you you're in a fixed
Yeah,
income.
But he gets me emotionally involved. I'm like, yeah.
maybe you should just look at him and say, I think I need paid more then.
Yeah.
Sure, it ain't not, you know that's not-
Therapy. No, I'm not going to do that. So,
Well, Scott, Tim, Chris, thank you guys for coming in. Everybody that's listening, check out the Center of Music and Art in Wintersville. I mean, if you've been there, like right when it was opening up, it's completely different. I mean, that's what everybody's been telling me. I
Can't wait to see it.
It changes every time, man.
Changes
we're
every
always
time.
working on stuff.
We're
Always
going to go down.
improving.
Yeah, we're going to go down there next week. I'll give you a tour. We can check out the basses.
And I am not buying a new guitar.
No, it's a new bass.
That's right. See, that was his out. We got-
Why just work with me, kid? I mean,
You can edit
jeez.
it out. You're fine.
Thank you for tuning in, everybody. TST 109.